Hey guys, Dave here. I know it's been a while, but I figured it was time to get around to doing a review again. This is something I've been sitting on for a while. I've had it ready to film, I just haven't had a chance with all the family stuff, and this is the first week of school for the summer semester, which I wasn't planning to do, and anyway, things have just been nuts. So, here goes. This is going to be my take on Guerlain Spiriteuse Double Vanille. Fantastic fragrance, was released in 2007 in the Perfumer-Jean-Paul Guerlain. As far as notes, I just took what's off Guerlain's website. On top we have pink pepper, I believe it's pink peppercorn, bergamot, incense. In the mid, Bulgarian rose, jasmine, cedarwood, and ylang. The base is vanilla bean and benzoin. As far as bottle sizes, there's one. This guy, the 2.5 75 mLs, can run you $225. It's not cheap. Not even close to cheap. As far as classification, I would call it an Oriental vanilla. To me, it is basically a wonderful Vanilla Oriental. Now, as far as the top, straight out of the bottle, to me, for about 2 minutes maybe, at the most, it smells exactly like vanilla extract. The liquid that you use for cooking and baking, that type of thing, it smells exactly like that to me, but it subsides fairly shortly. Then I begin to pick up a fruity, almost spiced cherry note that I believe is actually coming from the peppercorn, but it's there's also a bit of a boozy rum kind of tobacco vibe, which I'm actually kind of thinking is coming from the cedar. It's also like some sort of vanilla liqueur. I'm not sure if there is such a thing, but if I imagine that's what vanilla liqueur would smell like. Of course, I do obviously get the main attraction in the vanilla all the way through the fragrance. I almost get a bit of L'Instant de Guerlain at times on the top as well. I'm not really sure why, but I do. In the middle, I'm still getting that beautiful boozy vanilla vibe, but the cedar is a little bit more pronounced and it gets a little bit boozier. What impresses me with this fragrance is it never gets too insanely sweet or cloying. It's borderline on gourmand to my nose, but I wouldn't really call it a gourmand. The vanilla is about what I would expect from a Guerlain, the house that does vanilla so damn well. It's not a brash, over-the-top, in-your-face vanilla, but a more subdued vanilla while still being thick and sweet, if that makes sense. Now, as far as the dry down, for me it's mainly vanilla and a smoky resinous vibe I'm assuming is coming from the benzoin. The vanilla is at its thickest in the dry down on my skin, but it still does not get cloying or overbearing, despite being a big thick vanilla with some smokiness. This is easily, to me, one of the best vanilla fragrances I've ever come across, if not the best. You guys know I love Serge Lutens Une Double Vanille, but if I had to pick one between them, it would be this one. I would say that this is best for anything. Despite its richness, I find it quite easy to wear regularly. I do wear it quite regularly. If I had to pick an occasion, I would say dates and formal events, and seasons fall and winter. I do think it's just a little bit too thick and heavy for warm weather. Now, as far as what women say, most of the women absolutely adore this. Some in the way that they want to wear it, and given that it is actually marketed as a woman's scent, they definitely can. I would definitely call it unisex, however. Now, as far as age range, I'd say 20 and up. I don't see anyone in their teens rocking this, but I suppose they could. But I would say, yeah, 20 and up. Now, as far as number of sprays, I do 3 to 4. It is an EDP, but it does not get cloying on my skin, so I generally do one on the neck, one on the back of the neck, and one on each arm, and I'm good to go. As far as who would like this, it's kind of obvious, but if you like vanilla, boozy scents, smoky scents, Guerlain's style of vanilla, and to me this is the must-own vanilla fragrance, at least for my taste. Now, why would you not like this? Again, it's kind of obvious, but if you hate vanilla, if you don't like boozy scents, borderline feminine scents, and the dominant notes to me are the vanilla, the benzoin, the cedar, and the peppercorn. Now, as far as bottles, if you like Serge Lutens Une Double Vanille, I'm going to say Guerlain L'Instant de Eau de Toilette, or the Extreme Parfum version. Also L'Artisan Parfumers Havana Vanille, and Guerlain's Tonka Imperial, then I would definitely check this one out. Now, what do I think of when I wear this? Basically, you take a coffee mug and you fill it about 3/4 of the way full with vanilla extract, and then you fill the rest of the quarter of the way with rum. And mix it together, and that's what I get. Also with a little bit of smoky resinous vibe, but I guess you could put cedar chips in it or something like that. Maybe that would work. As far as my ratings, overall smell, for me it's a 10 out of 10. This fragrance just absolutely does it for me. I absolutely adore the smell, and I find myself reaching for it a lot, not only for going out, but also when I'm home alone, just to smell it. It's a beautiful vanilla and a bottle that I always want to have in my collection. Now, as far as projection, it's only going to get an 8.5 out of me. It does okay, but it's nothing special projection-wise on my skin. Now, as far as longevity, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I get an average of 8 to 11 hours, which is quite good, but not exactly amazing at the same time. But it definitely is better than it could have been. So, as far as uniqueness, there are definitely some other vanilla fragrances out there that are somewhat similar, but I find this one rather unique personally, so I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. As far as versatility, a 9 out of 10 may be a little high, but that's what I'm going to give it. It's a little too thick to be worn in the heat to me, but it's perfect for fall or winter, and I wear it for absolutely any occasion during those seasons. I'll even wear it in the spring as well. It's best for dates and formal events though, but I reach for it pretty much whenever. Now, as far as my overall rating, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. It's easily one of my 10 favorite fragrances at the moment, possibly even all time, and it's something I really do not want to be without. If you adore vanilla, this is the one fragrance that I would say that you need to try before anything else. When you count price into the equation, Serge Lutens Une Bois Vanille is a better buy, but I much prefer Spiriteuse Double Vanille over it, even though I do love Une Bois Vanille. It's a very well-rounded, beautifully crafted Vanilla Oriental from Guerlain that I just absolutely adore. Now, as far as buy, try, or pass, due to price only, basically it's a must-try, especially for vanilla lovers. So, that is my take on Guerlain Spiriteuse Double Vanille. Fantastic fragrance, and definitely something I highly recommend checking out. As always, guys, please rate, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching.